Hello everyone and welcome to the SBR Group 2 Super DTM draw with me, Jonathan Seekins, or 644 as some of you might know me by. This is the highly anticipated new series to a really strong SBR Arsenal, and from what I can see, the drivers and the format will make for quite an exciting series. Very close from the drivers that are on the grid, and definitely one to keep an eye out for any updates and videos when they come along, as this would be one not to miss. Back to the draw itself though, each team will have a choice of 3 cars: the Lexus RCF 16, the Nissan GTR 16 and the Honda NSX 16. Some very fun cars to drive. And then we will enter a Champions League style draw. The drivers are split into 3 tiers: Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3. As you can see already, Tier 1 drivers have been split into 5 teams. Team 1 consisting, the first draw will be for Team 1, which is Jake Hill. Team 2, Sean Cowell. Team 3, Liam McEwen. Team 4, Nathan Tompkinson. And Team 5, Ben Milden. So we'll do the draw for Tier 2 drivers first, and then follow that up with Tier 3 drivers. As you can see, the fan favourite Wheel of Fortune is on the agenda for this draw tonight. So let's get to it. And first out of the draw is Victor Stamanoff. So Victor will be in Team 1, which is Jake Hill. Let's just do this now. So Victor in with Jake Hill. So the tiers are separated by driver ability. Some people might be new. I don't know everyone, but Rob Adams is the second driver out of the hat, and he will be joining Sean Cowell. So Tier 2 drivers, drivers that are top tier level, maybe just under, and Tier 3 are maybe new drivers. As Lewis Edwards is the third driver out of the hat, and he'll be joining Liam McEwen. And yeah, so Tier 3 drivers might be new drivers to SBR, or drivers that aren't quite as quick as the Tier 2. James Timsit is the 4th driver out of the hat, and he will be joining Nathan Tompkinson. Or James, I've heard, is very quick, so that could be a team to watch out for. So obviously, with no one else, Adam will be joining Ben. So very quickly we'll move on to the Tier 3 drivers as the wheel goes round. And the first one out is Jay Hardy. Jay will be joining Victor Stamanoff and Jake Hill. And we'll explain a bit more about the rules of the championship for those that don't know. Obviously the drivers that have signed up should know. Dean Regan, I always get that wrong, have done since I've known him, back in about 2012 I think. Can be a very quick driver on his day. So the third out is Luke Clifford, and he will be joining Liam and Lewis. So 3 L's there in Team 3. And finally, Brian Ross is going to be the 4th driver out of the hat, and he will join Nathan and James. So obviously finally Leon will be joining Ben and Adam. So there we have it. Draw is complete. Drivers have 3 choice of cars. Obviously each driver has to have the same car as their teammates, just a slightly different livery. From what I can see, there is some pretty strong teams there that you wouldn't want to mess with. But time will tell, as I'm sure a very exciting championship lays ahead for us. As for the rules, I'm sure the drivers that have signed up know, but there is a sprint race and a feature race. Soft tyres and the hard tyres must both be used. Hard tyres must be used for at least a quarter of each race. Qualifying is a one-shot qualifying, where you will go out with your teammates. However, you are not allowed to slipstream each other, and you will start the race on whatever tyre you qualify on. As for the tracks, we will be firstly going to Catalunya, Nürburgring GP, Red Bull Ring, Suzuka, and finally a very tough challenge at Bathurst, which will be a double points race as well. So the feature race will be 40 minutes, the sprint race will be 20 minutes. Yeah, so that is the rules, and let's hope for a very exciting season, which I'm sure a lot of people will have their eye on, and who knows, maybe there'll be other tiers later on down the line. So thank you very much everyone else for watching, and good luck to the drivers. See you around.